What are we doing?
Okay, now we're live.
We're live?
Yeah, we're live. Like this is it.
Okay. Is this the real thing?
So if this works, this is gonna save me so much time. Guys, I want to welcome you back to the Bottomless Vault, where we bring you top quality Magic the Gathering old school content for a bargain price of $0. And today, unfortunately, we do not have the regular cast. Jared Susney, my usual co-host, is not going to join us today, but I have an excellent replacement for him. Ryan, what's going on? Welcome
Oh,
to the
not
podcast.
much. I just came to talk some old school magic, I guess.
So this is going to be an Atlanta live from Atlanta.
Yeah. And we don't have a plan.
We
Do
no,
we have a plan?
we do have a plan.
Okay, okay.
We got a great plan. This is going to be great. So what we're going to do today, and what I'd like to talk about, is some deck techs, because last week I kind of teased the deck that I was currently working on, and I didn't want to talk about it, but and it's the deck that I took to Goblin Hero in New Jersey, and I kind of told the listeners that we were going to talk about it a little bit. So I think we should talk about it. The tournament didn't have any prize support, so I kind of trolled them a little bit, and my deck pick was just all blurry, and I didn't tell them. So I figured we'd talk about that and see where we would go. Ryan also brought a deck. Ryan's a brewer from Atlanta here, and he also brought a deck that we're going to talk about. And we're going to see what we come up with.
Yeah, I've been working on a couple things, but
Oh,
they
you
have
have
to
more
stay
than
under
one deck?
wraps for right now. They have to stay under wraps for right now. So I put this one together from the archives.
Right, but we have
Maybe we
something
can
we can
talk
talk
through
about.
and see. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, okay, okay. So I'm excited. So this is gonna be exciting podcast, I think, and I think the viewers are gonna really like it. So the first, let's start with mine, and then we'll go from there. Let me pull this up. So my deck is an Enchantress, a Verdurn Enchantress deck, and the way I recently got my beta enchantresses to start into kind of exploring in the space, and
Yeah.
I,
We
I,
love a
I
beta rare.
yeah, beta rare, oh so good. I didn't look up anything beforehand. I know that people have tried enchantress in the past, and I didn't want to be influenced in any way, so I was talking to Jared about this, and he was telling me he was giving me some links, or he wanted to give me some links on some people who've been doing some work in the space, or used to do some work in the space years ago. And I just didn't want to be. I just wanted to do it myself and see what I came up with. So
That's
the
funny.
deck that I'm
That's
putting
funny
up.
that you say that because I'm kind of the same way about stuff. Like I do a lot of photography stuff, and people ask me like, "Oh, do you watch this YouTube channel?" I'm like, "No, why would I do? No, I want to figure it out for myself and decide how I want to do it." So it
Right.
sounds like you're kind of the same boat here.
Yeah. I it's not to say that I won't look at it, what other people have done, but for at least when first getting into it, I like to just see what I can come up with, because I
Yeah,
think that's half the fun. Like you got a new card, you want to see how it works, and you got to play around with it. And sometimes a card is very, how should I say, it's very obvious how to use the card in a deck. Like if you're playing
yeah,
Serendip Jin, we were just watching some games. Like it's
right,
pretty obvious that the deck comes together naturally
yeah.
in certain ways. But I don't think Enchantress is a card that comes together a certain way. I mean, I'd be
Well,
lying if I said I hadn't seen any Enchantress decks in the past,
I
because I
mean, the reason it
have.
doesn't come together, obviously, I think, is just
Nobody plays it.
that they're all And well, half the cards that you can play that are the obvious cards. Spoilers, we're talking about enchantments.
Right.
Half of them are enchant creatures, which are just bad by their nature because they get you two for one. So there's plenty of ways you could go about it, but it's hard to thread the needle into making it actually be useful and not just getting yourself into a heap of trouble where you have no cards and no creatures.
Correct. So I think there's a fine line. There's definitely a tension there, and the way I mean, what I was saying is that I do have, I have seen, like, I think DFB has done a deck with Enchantress where he plays black,
Yeah.
and he uses Thrall Retainers. So I'm not totally oblivious to the builds that are out there, but I kind of just wanted to try on my own. So this is what I started with, and I started play testing this. Well, actually, this is not my first version, but this is the version that we're going to talk about, and
Yeah, I remember working on this one with you a little bit. Going,
yeah, like
playing some matches, talking through some cards.
the 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 first thing that I kind of stumbled upon is Jacques Lever, which is kind of, now that I look at it, it
Yeah,
seems kind of obvious because he does so many things for the deck. And um, I stumbled upon this because I was playtesting, and initially I wasn't playing. Wait, was I playing white? I may have been playing blue. I don't even think these were my first initial three colors. Like, was I playing Naya? But he gives you. I mean, he pumps all your dudes out of bolt range, all your enchantresses, and
yeah.
he's so good. Like, he's really
I
like
I think there's probably a reason that people don't that people look past him when they're building in this idiom is because castle's right there and it's an enchantment, but it's not good. Is the
no.
problem with castle.
The
But it
castle is not good
feels like a
unless you
similar card,
right
and it has the perk of being an enchantment.
correct, but it only gives you the buff if you're untapped.
Yeah, and it's not a 3/5 creature or 3/4 creature. Excuse me.
Correct. So I mean, he's a beater.
Yeah.
Sometimes you find yourself attacking with Enchantress. Like, if you get I if you get something like an Aspect of Wolf or a Giant Strength, then you're attacking with Enchantress because that's the only thing you have to do. And as soon as you like attack and tap, you're losing those benefits of the castle,
Yep.
which
Yeah.
is not good. So let's go
Yeah.
into this
I'm
deck.
not saying that's correct, but
Right.
I think that's might be a common reason.
So let's go into
Um,
this deck, and
yeah.
I'm just gonna sussney this real quick, and then
Yeah.
we can talk about different cards that maybe we considered or we can consider because there's a lot of enchantments out there. So the deck, like I said, is green, white, red, and I'm going to start by casting cards Jacques Lever. We're going to run a full set of four, and I'll go into that why I'm doing that. I know he's a legend, but I think he's just that good. And I guess I'll go into it now. I mean, I'm running four because even if you have one Jacques out there, he usually demands an answer. And if you just have backup, I just found it. All the games that I played, I always wanted to cast him again. And even if he died, if they spent a Psyblast or whatever on him, I was
Yeah.
happy to see him in my hand. So it was never not an issue. I play three if biff Ifrits, and these I think work really well because these are benefit from Jacques'
Yep.
buff. They get out of bolt range and they can block Sarah's. Like, this is not the first time I played Jacques Lever. I did run a Jacques Lever deck without Enchantress, and it did also run if biff Ifrits, but it was more of like a DFB kind of green with spitting slugs, and
Right.
I already knew kind of that if biff was really good with Jacques. Bumps his toughness, makes it so you can hurricane for more, doesn't kill himself, stuff like that. I play one
Yep.
Armageddon, which is just, there's no, yeah. I would play two if I could, maybe three, but it's just such a good card against a lot of decks.
Yep.
And then 3 Verdurn Enchantress. I know. My hot take is that three's the right number because there's just no room. There's no room for the 4th, and you
I
almost
mean,
don't
how far
want
into
it.
the podcast are we? Can we
I
say the
know.
thing?
Is this like
Can we say the thing yet?
I mean we could, but no.
No, let's keep going.
See, I think the thing with Enchantress is that somebody, and I don't know the right answer, is like what's the critical mass of enchantments that you need, right? I play
Yeah.
one,
So,
two,
how
three,
many do we have? We have
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I play 11. What do I have? 11 in there? I think so. Yeah.
yeah,
11. And I think I'm a little
yeah,
light.
11 in the main.
I think 11,
Yeah, it
12.
feels like.
I think 11, 12 with 4 enchantresses is a little light. I think if you're playing 3 enchantresses, then 11 to 12 makes sense because you don't need that many because you're not going to have enchantresses as often. So that's what I went
Yeah,
with 3, and I just didn't have room. I needed to be more offensive, and I can get into that. One of the enchantments that I played on a previous build was Aspect of Wolf, and I think the issue with Aspect of Wolf is that it's just Armageddon's too good. You know,
yeah, yeah,
you cannot not play Armageddon if you're playing white. My previous build was more of a white green version with more Armageddons. I even play tested Kismet, which is pretty cool, but ultimately is
So,
just bad.
I
And
know that you and I are both a fan of that card.
yeah, and it's just too good. I think green is really lacking, and they need. It's not like they need a Rancor, but they need something. Like they need a green pump effect
Yeah,
that lets you be more aggressive. And I think that's the main downfall of this deck. It's just not aggressive. It doesn't put a clock. The only fast clock you have in this deck is if Free, which is an incredibly fast clock. But other than that,
what
there's
I
nothing.
mean, what would you?
So
I mean, you could just put creatures in it. Yeah, we can. Let's keep going.
let's keep going, and then we'll go back. So just remember that question. So after the 3 enchantresses, I have 2 Sylvan Libraries, 1 Shatter, a Regrowth, 3 Giant Strengths, Chaos Orb Balance, 3 Spirit Links, a Soul Ring, 3 Lightning Bolts, 3 Immolations, a Dwarven Catapult, Disintegrate, 4 Birds. Again, a lot of talking points. A Ruby, Pearl, Emerald, Lotus, and then as the mana base, it's 4 Taigas, a Strip Mine, 3 Savannas, 2 Plateaus, a Library, a Caracas, 4 Forests, and 4 City Brass. So let's get back to your question. Like, what were you gonna ask? Like,
I don't remember.
okay, good.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you can keep going. It was
So
basically you were
the,
just talking about how the deck can't present a clock, and it's the
that's
way
how I
that it's
felt
destroyed. Yeah,
because I think Jacques is very well costed, but
yeah, I'd say
he's
so.
not that big of a clock unless if you have a giant strength, then yes, okay, fine, he's 5'6", but I just found myself as being not an aggressive not as an aggressive mid range as I want to be. Was I getting card advantage? Yeah, sure, but I didn't feel like this deck had enough. It didn't present enough of a clock. It just didn't
Yeah,
have any
and
disruption. And the big
so
thing with this deck is that it doesn't have any removal, like
no,
hard removal.
I mean that's a kind of an enchantress thing by itself because that's what you end up doing is you want to get cute and you're like, well, I can use these enchantments as removal, and you kind of have to, or else there's no room for the enchantments.
Yeah,
Um,
I think what the deck needs is pacifism.
yeah, yeah, that'd be
That's what it
really good.
needs. And so that
Um,
that begs the question about scryings. Like Has anybody done Enchantress?
Yeah.
Which I haven't seen, but that would be the
I mean, I think it's
perfect.
interesting what you're trying to do here because usually when you think about an Enchantress deck, you think about it from the context of like, oh, I'm all in on creating this board state, or I'm using this as an engine to get to some endpoint. And like you said, you're gaining card advantage, but it doesn't have that natural endpoint that most like engine type decks do. And this, I wouldn't call this like your, I wouldn't call this an engine necessarily, but since there's
No,
only 11 enchantments, but
no, because I think this
it,
deck doesn't get to that flow state where you're
yeah, yeah,
trigger, 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 trigger. Like I'm not trying to get there. And I think the
yeah.
problem with this
I
deck
think that's
is
what's
that
interesting about it, though.
yeah, I think what I was hoping to do is get enough card advantage to push me over the edge, to push me over the top of whatever problem I needed to solve. So if I needed to find a bolt or something to win the game, I would get there. Like if I present
Yeah,
enough threats that and enough card draw that my opponent just if I had one more turn or if I could draw one more land, I could have won. Like that's what I wanted to get over, and I think Enchantress can do that.
in that way, yeah, it's almost more like a toolbox deck
You're I mean you're
in that
never
context.
if you land the enchantment, if you land the Enchantress, you're not
Yeah,
really getting 2 for 1, right? Because you're always drawing, and like you got to remember, you're drawing the enchantment because the trigger's on cast of the spell. So you're always going to get
right.
the enchantment
Yeah,
back, which is important. So they can't 2 for 1 you, even if you like giant strike your Enchantress, like you're still going to get a card out of it.
right.
So anyway, that was my thinking. But two Sylvan libraries, I think I tried three. Three is I don't have anything against three. It's just the spots are tight, and the reason the spots are tight is because you need 12-ish enchantments, I think,
Yeah,
and there's just not much removal in terms of enchantments except for immolation, which we can get back to, but that's not going to answer something like a Sarah.
right. You really need Spirit Link.
And the thing with that is that doesn't remove Sarah from the equation. It
Yeah,
just kind
yeah.
of slows her down or something. The Spirit Links though actually did really a
Almost
lot of
pacifism.
work. Less passive. So the Spirit Links did a lot of work. Like Serendibs, so
Yeah.
good against.
I mean, and you have the if bips sitting right there too.
And the if biffs, yeah. So there's that if biff Spirit Link combo as well, which I liked. Giant strengths is my kind of like only like it's the aspect of wolf version.
Right.
I kind of gave up on white and said, let me make this more of a red deck, and that way I can bring in immolation. I can bring in giant strength. Regrowth, chaos,
Yeah.
or balance. Those are all given. The bolts, I think probably the bolts can go. I think that probably the bolts if I were to play this deck again, I think the bolts can probably go and they could probably be replaced by fireball
Okay. Yeah,
just for that extra reach.
that's fine. I mean, you're blowing through cards anyway. It's not
I'm
like
I'm immolating
you're
like what am I
making all your
bolting?
land drops. Um, at least you should be making all your land drops.
And the only
So
thing that I would say that you need to bolt here is factory, and that's the
yeah,
only which
yeah,
immolation doesn't touch.
yeah,
Dwarven catapult does, but again, I think it's too cute. And if you're going the fireball route, I think there needs to be a nod to like Blood Moon, which is a whole other discussion.
yeah. And then the deck probably changes.
And then the deck changes a whole lot.
Then
But
I mean, at that point, it's just like, what do
so
you, looking at this list, Is Jacques Levert the most important reason to play white?
I Jacques Levert. I would say probably not, because I think white brings a lot to the table. I think the Armageddon is probably the best card in this deck.
Certainly the most powerful card.
Yeah, and I think Spirit Link did so much work, and it works so well with Return.
Okay.
And if Biff, it's probably better, but he just ties the room together, you know.
Yeah, it's true.
And you know, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. It's like the main reason that I found to play Jacques Levert is also kind of prohibiting the deck a little bit, because could this deck work as just green red?
Probably.
If you're thinking
Then
Blood Moon,
then you can play Blood Moon. You can play.
then you have so much space, right?
Yeah, yeah. But I don't know if that does that solve your problems though.
Um,
Like, what do you still? You're still getting to this point in the mid range where if they bolt your if like what's the plan?
if they bolt my if biff, my plan is to maybe get in there with Jock, like a 5/6
Yeah,
Jock.
yeah,
That's my plan. Again, Maze
yeah,
sucks, right?
yeah.
Maze of Ith is horrible. I get that's why Geddon is so good.
It's
But
good.
I'm
Yeah,
wondering
Gav's
if
great.
Blood Moon's even
It's your
better.
best bet against Factory and Maze.
So actually, Blood Moon solves the Maze issue, and it solves the Factory
Yeah,
issue, and it gets you wins. So maybe Blood Moon's a better way, but then playing that with Jock is like so bad. But
yeah. It's really gonna
I
play
think,
land text.
yeah. I mean, I like the and I do have Blood Moons in the sideboard. We didn't even go over the sideboard. The sideboard's two
Oh
Blood
yeah.
Moons, one
Sorry, I'm just
Disintegrate.
looking at it. Like everyone knows.
Yeah, two Blood Moons, one Disintegrate, one Falling Star, a Healing Salve, Karma, Mana Barbs. Talk about pressure right there. Mana
Anna
Barbs
Barbs,
might be something. Power Leech,
personal favorite.
yeah. Two Red Blast, a Shatter Storm, a fourth Spirit Link, Titania's Song, just a nod to Time Vault, Tranquility. Yeah, that makes no sense. But the reason why Tranquility's in there, I know
I know
versus
the reason. I think.
I was thinking versus Abyss, but but what you call it, the Enchant World is probably better.
Yeah,
I think that's what I was thinking.
Revelation. Is that what it's called?
Revelation. Yeah,
You also
Tranquility
have
makes absolutely no sense.
probably Revelation's better than Concordant Crossroads here.
I like how I put Tranquility in my Enchantress deck. That
Yeah,
nobody would see that coming. Nobody. Like what?
I think I thought it was another tsunami back there or something.
Yeah, that's almost embarrassing. Anyway, it's out there, guys. And then Tsunami is the last card, which is not that great as well in testing. Did not use it. Blood Moons were great. Fallen Star, amazing. Karma, great. Um, Power Leech, not that great. I mean, unless you have two of them in play, it's not really that great
Yeah,
versus shops. And I mean, I like the deck. I did not do well with it at all, but I think there's a lot of room where changes can be made, and I'm not done with it, but I think a lot. I think Blood Moon's definitely something that can do some work, and Revelation. I'm wondering if Revelation should even go main deck, because Abyss is so bad. It's so good against this deck.
yeah.
It just totally
There's
destroys
nothing
me.
you can do with it.
The
Um,
other issue is, and I know that people are going to look at this deck and say, "Why didn't you play Wild Growth?"
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But I think the mana's tough. Plus,
Wait,
The
for
birds give you like they're also a lightning rod. That was my
yeah,
thinking. And
yeah. I
so
what
yeah,
did you say? 3 mana?
3 mana. What do you mean?
I don't know. I thought you just said that.
No, they were a lightning rod. Like the birds are like
Yeah,
you don't want to bolt the birds fine, then you won't bolt my
yeah, for sure.
enchantress, or you
Yeah,
won't bolt my if biff or whatever. But so I wanted to get some creature density in there so people could like kind of waste their bolts on it. Um,
do you have you felt like? I guess if we're talking about Blood Moon, it makes more sense. But have you felt like they need to be birds? Could they be elves?
could they
Might
be
might give you
elves?
a little more like presence.
Um,
I don't know. Yeah, it'd be really just how it felt to you so far.
I think I'd probably want to play wild growth before elves. I think. But it's just
Okay.
if you don't have any like it's already light on creatures, right? It's like 4, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 creatures, which is like
Yeah.
nothing. I don't run any factories because the man
Yeah.
is just horrible. Um, yeah, and the other thing is that can you play Urnums? Like maybe some Urnums, something
Sure.
bigger or something, or I don't know. Or the other option is to go back to white and play more white and play Sarah's as a top end,
Yeah.
which doesn't really
Oh,
justify Jacques Levert, but Sarah's a Sarah is a Sarah.
yeah. I mean, that's what, the same deal with Erna. Like, yeah. Yeah, sure.
Well,
You can
Urnums
play a
are. I
good
mean, at least
creature if you want.
Urnums get
Yeah.
the buff.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you
I
guys
mean, I
have
don't
any,
know.
go
If
ahead.
you're
I'm sorry.
cycling with Enchantress, you're making land drops. I mean, you could put Shivan Dragon here without too much
Oh
trouble.
yeah, yeah, yeah. It's actually pretty good.
Or Force of Nature.
Or Killer Bees.
Probably not Killer
Killer Bees probably not right. Armageddon Killer Bee combo.
Bees.
Um, yeah. So I think that this is kind of I think we covered most of everything. Um, I think there's still room to be done. There's still some work to be done here. I'm not
How
done with
was Dwarven
this.
Catapult? Did you kill anything?
Did I? I don't think I did. I think it
Probably not.
underperformed. Yeah, I think it underperformed. I wanted to kill factories, but I didn't.
It's pretty narrow.
It's narrow, but it's hot. It's a hot card.
It's cool.
If anybody has any other thoughts on this, feel free to email us, reach out to us, and actually don't
Yeah,
email
I
us
think
because we don't have an email.
that
But
is my that is my big takeaway. Is like you just need there needs to be some payoff in the mid range that is probably better than the creatures you have there. Not that they're bad creatures, but
Moss
they're
Monster,
it's probably better than that.
Argivian Treefolk,
Maybe you're getting
Argothian,
warmer.
no, Argothian
Argothian,
Treefolk.
put it in the sideboard for shops.
The
Or is
shop
that a different
sideboard.
one?
Yeah, no, it's like 3/5 Pixie.
It's a 35. So how much does it cost? Five to cast, probably
Yeah.
six, 5 or 6. What's
Anyway,
the
all right,
yeah? Guy's
let's get to your
Avenger. Got
let's
it.
keep it moving. Let's get into your deck here. Let me pull it up.
Let me pull it up. Oh, this is a terrible picture. Okay.
Okay. I have not seen this. Let me see. Okay. 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 I see what you're doing here. Okay, so you want to take us through this?
Yeah. So what we have here is pretty standard ball lightning recursion. When I started messing with this deck, like most do, I started in the safe haven space, but that card is really bad. But yeah, I'll just read through what's in here right now. It's basically a lot of powerful cards to try to do the thing you're trying to do. And this, I think, Andy, we've talked about this before, is like there's a fine line between like what makes a deck spicy, and it's like
Yeah.
sometimes just jamming all the good cards in lets you do fun, interesting stuff, but like, does that really count?
You know what? I'm just gonna go
Um,
on a tangent here, real quick. And
yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
think
yeah.
is a good definition of what makes a deck spicy is that if your opponent says you have a spicy deck,
I
if your
like it.
opponent comes out of the match, regardless of whether they won or lost, and says, "Dude, that was a nice deck. That was a pleasure." I think that's
Yeah.
a spicy
Okay.
deck
All right.
because
I'll allow it.
I think that's a good. I'm just thinking right now, like if I were to
Yeah,
play
I think
this
you're right.
deck and I saw you doing your
Yeah.
thing, I'd be like, okay, I can respect that. That was kind of spicy,
Yeah.
even though you're clearly using powerful
Right.
cards.
Okay. Well, let me say what they are, I
Okay,
guess.
all right, let's go.
So we got we'll not start with the mana. Okay, well, just to kick us off in style, we have one raised dead here.
Mm-hmm.
We have a Library of Alexandria. We have a Wheel of Fortune. We have an Earthquake. We have a Fireball. We have the Blue Power. We have a Brain Geyser. We have two Unsummons.
Mm-hmm.
We have two The Abyss. We
Mm-hmm.
have a Demonic Tutor. Regrowth. Jalen Tome. Balance. Two Triskelions. We have our four Ball Lightnings, our four Animate Deads. We got a Strip Mine. We got four Lightning Bolts and a Chaos Orb. And then the rest is pretty much mana stuff. We have three Underground Seas, three Plateaus, four Badlands, a Strip Mine, five Moxes, Soul Ring, two Felwar Stones, Lotus, four City of Brass, and four Volcanic Islands. Um, so yeah, any snap opinions here?
Let's go. Go do the sideboard real quick, really. So
Okay.
we can go
Oh
back
yeah,
to it.
we do have a sideboard. We have one Falling Star. We have two Swords to Plowshares. We have one Artifact Blast, two Disenchant, one Terror, one Stone Rain, four Red Blast, three Blue Blast.
So clearly, this deck is doing what every teenager wants to do with Magic, right? Is attack with ball
Yeah,
lightning, is
yeah,
and then get in there. Um, and I think it's doing a pretty good job. I think that obviously you have your power cards which you can just skip for now. You have the abyss to clear the way, the bolts to clear the way, and um, the animate
yeah,
deads.
yeah. So
And
the recursion package is, which is probably the most interesting thing, and like the choices you have to make when you try to build this kind of deck. Like I said,
yeah,
Safe Haven is a pretty common starting point. I started there, ended up getting rid of it. But where we landed right now is the four Animate Deads, the two Unsummons, and the one Raised Dead. And they each kind of do their own thing, um, for better or worse, for each of them. Animate Dead is definitely the best, just because it is. Um, because you can really, it's cheaper than Ball Lightning. You can pitch cards with the Jalen Tome. You can just discard, not play land, and discard on turn one, and play Animate Dead on turn two. Um, there's a lot of ways to make that card work.
do you have any
Um,
bazaars?
I don't have any Bazaars.
Okay, is that
No.
the reason why there's no bazaars in here, or did you proxy and try them out, or
I've not tried them out in here. Yeah, it'd definitely be worth trying. Um, it doesn't like the payoff to just pitching Ball Lightning is not as great as casting it, if that makes sense. Like,
like ball lightning is not it's not good enough to you want to cast it more frequently.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to just get it out of your graveyard once.
right, because
You
nobody
want to be
cares
able to
about the
like,
first ball lightning, but they do care about the
yeah,
second and
exactly.
third ball
The
lightning.
second one starts to get scary. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I got you. I hear that.
Um, I did try a um All Hallows Eve as a one of
That was
that
my next
didn't
question.
really
Yeah.
that didn't
How
really do a ton.
did you
Um,
live the dream?
I don't think I lived the dream. Um, maybe I should go back to it.
I mean,
Try
the issue
try
with
it a little
that is
more.
that, like, what if they get back their creatures too?
Yeah,
Again, kismet. You
Kismet
know,
or like Tormod's Crypt.
Tormont or Crypt, I guess. Yeah.
Do do um do All Hallows Eve players play Tormod's Crypt? Is that a thing that happens? I don't think it is.
No, I mean, how
Um,
many? I don't think. I think All Hallows Eve is only in Reanimator, and it's fallen out of favor for the past few
yeah,
years. I think
yeah,
it's
it's just
just
a
not
clunky
that
card.
great. Um,
Um, so yeah, the other ones are Unsummon and Raise Dead, and they each do kind of different things, but they can achieve the same goal. Um,
mm,
Unsummon is nice because you can use it in different ways. You don't have to use it to return a ball lightning to your hand.
right.
Um, you can return a first striker to their hand. There's a lot of different things you can do with it. And Raised Dead is just it's another flavor of the same card for you because you can go back and do it later. You don't have to have 4 mana up to do the
Right.
trick. Um,
Okay. The Yeah, I think how much who did you play against? Like, what kind of decks did you play against? Like, how did you feel with it? Like, would you make any other changes?
so I'm trying to remember what decks I played against. It's it's all been casual stuff. I haven't really played any events with it. It I think I might try to get it. The balance is really good because your removal is just not great, but um, I think I'd try to take out the green and the white maybe, just
Hmm.
because it makes
Right.
it so rickety.
Did you? I
Because
don't
you
see
really
any
you really be better off if all your lands could make red mana.
Blood Moon.
Yeah, Blood Moon does that. Sorry, go ahead.
This
What were you
this.
saying?
No, I was gonna say you made me think of Blood Moon and whether or not that hurts you. Yeah, it's pretty
That's
bad.
something I've thought about hedging against in the sideboard and just like playing more red cards in the sideboard. Um, there are a handful
Also,
of
did
cards
you?
I'd like to try, but I just haven't gotten around to it. Did I
Brain
what?
Geyser seems a little
Yeah,
like. How did you
it's not
feel
the
about
best.
that? I feel like it's not really. I mean, it's good, but I don't know.
It's just one of those things where
You got to play it.
you got all 5 boxes and you gotta, I don't know, maybe mana drain is better there, or that you have to play both to make them worth it.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Jalum Chum can come out, I think.
John's been pretty good.
Really?
Um, yeah, because there's a lot of there's like cards that are kind of dead in a lot of cases. If you draw these pieces in the wrong order, um,
Okay. And
and you can pitch your Triskelion.
okay. The other thing that I would consider is maybe this is heresy to say, but going down to
Sure.
3 animate deads and playing another creature, another trike or something.
Yeah.
Because drawing it, opening up with an animate dead just sucks.
Right. Yeah.
And you don't need
Yeah.
it right away. You can draw it at turn 5. Um, you know?
Yeah. The Triskelions have been really good just because Triskellion's really good. they give you some reach. Because it's as awesome as it is, it's hard to get there just playing ball lightnings.
Yeah.
Um,
Also, how was Time Twisters? Kind of like a little bit of a nombo with Animate.
yeah, yeah, I would consider taking Time Twister out.
Did you
It's
animate? Did you
just
end up? Did you find out yourself animating your opponent's creatures? That were they better than?
it depended on the status of the abyss.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I see that.
You talked about putting Tranquility in your Enchantress deck. I think the first version of this I made had Birds of Paradise in it. I was like, oh, it's probably really bad with the abyss.
We've all done it. We've all done it before.
um, Other
Um,
cards I had sitting here on my desk were most of these are just like cute stuff. Um, I really wanted to play Obelisk of Undoing, but there's just no way
it's so expensive.
could ever do it. Yeah, and it only attacks for one under Titanium. So.
Yeah, it was that's the reason why people don't play it because
Um,
because of that reason
uh,
alone. I think that
I have Skull of Worm sitting here too, also expensive. Um, Berserk, Shivan Dragon.
hmm, I like the deck.
I mean, it's very unserious.
It's very unserious.
Yeah. Uh,
You
but
have
it is fun
listen.
when
You have a
people realize
regrowth.
what's happening.
You
Yeah.
have a regrowth. What about a berserk?
Yeah, I just said that. I have one of those sitting right here
Oh, I totally
on the
missed that.
desk.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like in my own mind here, but yeah,
So yeah,
that
I
might be
would play
something.
Berserk. I think previously I had an Inferno,
They're
but it
gonna
was too
die
hard to cast.
anyway.
Yeah.
Or did we talk about Thanos' coffin?
No, we didn't.
Coffin might
But
be a thing.
it doesn't work. I've been down this road.
I mean, it works with Trike,
Yeah. Yeah, it does work with Trike.
and it gets a creature out of the way.
That's true. Yeah. I just wish it
Um,
worked with Ball Lightning. It's fun.
yeah, that doesn't work. Twiddle, you can twiddle.
You can do it all.
Yeah, but I like this deck. This is a good. This is a good. I think there's something. I think the deck doesn't hum,
No, no,
and
no.
but I think there's stuff that people can play around with and kind of tweak a little bit. And I think the big
It
reason for
just like
that is
clunks along and sometimes blows up a little bit.
yeah, I think the reason for that is probably the red, right? Um,
Yeah.
but
Let's see. How many red sources do we have? 4, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 if you count Lotus. Yeah. There's just so many times where you're just like, I just had that one more red mana.
one more red mana. I'm telling you, just take out a geyser. Just take out a geyser. Put in. No, you can't do that. Put in something.
Blood Moon. It's gotta be Blood Moon.
It's gotta be Blood Moon.
Maybe it is, but maybe you could strip this down and just play like Black
Tabernacle.
Red, play Blood Moon.
Play
Um,
Tabernacle in here too.
yeah, Tabernacle would be good.
Um,
Um, yeah, maybe you could strip it down to Black Red, play Blood Moon, play the Ball Lightnings, play Animate Deads, play one, maybe another Raise Dead, um, and then some other aggro creature like a that I don't know. Maybe you don't want the Abyss in that case, but you can play Sedge Troll. It's a different deck, but it is
mm-hmm.
similar
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
I think that's great. I think that was good. I think it was good.
Yeah.
Two decks. We The other thing that I wanted to talk about is if you guys haven't been listening to our podcast, have I mentioned it? I think I have. No, maybe I haven't. And you guys have
I don't
gone
think I
to
listened to the last one. I'm
yeah,
gonna
the
be real
Lord.
with
No,
you.
I did. I definitely didn't mention it last podcast, but we have put out in case you guys appreciate these kind of spicy decks that we've gone over today and want to dip your toes into it, into the spice that is Magic the Gathering. We've got you covered at the lordsofatlanta.com. If you head
Oh
on
yeah.
over there, our website. Let me pull it up. And on the top you should see a tab that says the heat index. And what this is a list of the
Let's see.
hottest cards in old school Magic the Gathering as of this one says May. June one is coming out. Uh, it's like almost July now.
June, the
But it
June
should be
list is coming out
the
soon.
June list should be out soon, hopefully before July hits. But this is a list of the hottest cards in terms of spice levels that are out there right now, and it is pretty exciting to take a look at. And I would recommend that everybody who hasn't gone over there should take a look at it. And this is a very, and I'm not going to get in on how we kind of assembled this list, but it's a complicated algorithm, and Ryan has a lot of experience with AI, and he had it, uh, scour the internet and look at results, and we did an
Yeah,
extensive
I
poll.
can I can confirm AI still does not understand Magic
Yeah,
the Gathering.
no, it doesn't. But there's a lot of data that we have that we went over and we scoured it, and we did it for you guys, and it's there. The current top cards for this month, and I'm going to spoil it here, is Land Equilibrium's at number 1. Ollie from Cairo's at number 2. Sword of the Ages is at number 3. And that was last month, it was in second place, so it kind of dropped down to third. And
Yeah.
Dwarven Catapult is in fourth, which is kind of why I put it in my deck so I can get some spice points, but that didn't really work out. And then
Yeah,
Tackle
it's just
Maggot is coming in at fifth. So
I'm gonna read this card again. Ugh, yeah,
exactly.
that's rough. Ugh.
Tackle Maggots, it's a card, man. It's a
Yeah, I
card.
wish it didn't cost 4.
Well, you think like 3 is better?
Yeah, maybe. It's so slow. It doesn't do anything. Unless it does.
I mean, yeah. It's been on the top month. It's been on the top for a little while now. I mean, if I see a Tackle Maggot across the table from me,
Yeah, I mean,
I'm voting. I'm
yes.
nominating some spice right there.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Um,
yeah, it's there. The list, it covers a lot of cards. It was a top 50? Yeah, top 50
yeah,
cards.
50. Yeah.
And you'll find all sorts of different cards like Worms of the Earth, Knowledge Vault,
Yeah.
Arena,
And we're just going by what the data tells us with this
Yeah,
stuff.
like this is all data driven.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting and sometimes tough to calculate.
Yeah, some
People
things you
say
don't expect.
it's subjective, but it's really not. It's really not.
Um,
We want to bring you
yeah.
stuff that's science backed. Actual
Yeah.
science.
And you know, sometimes you think the cards are made up, but they're not.
Candelabra's taken a huge hit. Did you see
Yeah.
this?
Yeah. Where are we at? Oh yeah.
It was fourth and it went
I
all the
mean,
way down to 42. And I don't know about you, but over here, a lot of candelabras.
a lot of candelabras. I don't know what it's getting a lot of play.
It is getting a lot of play. And I think,
I'm gonna be real with you. When I see a candelabra across from me, I don't think Ooh, cool. I think, oh, this fucking card again. Um,
Right. It's bad. I mean, it used to be
personally,
just a power surge deck, but now people are
yeah,
realizing that you can smooth out your mana, you can do all sorts of cool stuff. Big reds, like Fireball,
yeah.
Gauntlet
It's
decks
so
use
good in
it.
that big red deck. I've talked about this before. I think even on the pod,
Yeah.
it's just like that big red deck just doesn't care about what what anyone's doing.
Right. You're like, just are you dead yet or what? Like, I'm gonna have a million mana next turn. Um, Other notables on the list, it's Illusionary Mask had a huge dip, went from fourth to 29th. Um, Nobody's been using that. I expect that to come back up probably. Who knows? But
It just depends. It just depends which if people are playing scryings this month.
right.
Um,
And I'm just kind of like looking through the list to see if anything jumps out at me.
I still don't know what Forethought Amulet is.
Forethought Amulet
Where
is
was it?
okay. So this is a card. It's a Legends spoiler. Have you pulled it up?
No, not yet.
It's a
I thought you were just
newbie.
going to tell me
Oh
a
yeah, no,
story.
no. So it's a legend spoiler. It's an artifact, and whenever there is a sorcery, see, I don't want to say anything if I get it wrong. People are gonna make fun of me.
Okay, I'm looking at it now, so I'll tell you.
Yeah,
Whenever there's a sorcery, okay.
it,
Do you
it,
want me to
it's
read the card?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Read the card.
Pay 3 during your upkeep, or Forethought Amulet is destroyed. If you receive more than 2 damage from a sorcery or instant source, that damage is reduced to 2.
Yeah. So if
This
you're
is an
fireball,
art. This is a continuous artifact. Costs
yeah.
5 mana to cast.
How's Big Red beating that?
Yeah,
I
power
mean, not
shadow.
with direct damage, right?
I kind of like that. Just a really the art's really good too. Y'all gotta look at
Right.
this.
So I mean, it's played with. It's obvious. It's
It's
obviously
obvious.
this card is played with Earthquake and Inferno, right? Because you're only
Yeah,
taking
bro.
two
Yeah,
damage and everything else is dying. So I think there's been some murmurings about some um, Forethought Amulet decks out there.
maybe
So
you should play this
that's
in Big
probably
Red.
why it's on the list. I don't know. I'm not going into the data.
Okay. Let me see if anything else sticks out.
Uh,
Let's see.
Arena. I
Enchantment
like Arena. I
alteration.
play
You don't see too many of those in the wild.
Enchantment Alteration.
Arena. Yeah, you played some arena
I
recently,
played
didn't you?
Arena in this
Yeah.
Knicks tournament. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
good. It was good. I like that card.
The Spice Harvest.
Where's Enchantment
Harvest.
Alteration? Oh,
Harvest.
19th.
Harvest.
Enchantment Alteration was 19th. Last month it was number one.
That's someone must have been
It's
playing
the
it.
hottest card in terms of spice.
Someone must have been playing it. I do
Yeah,
remember the Neos guys did one of their monthly tournaments. They
yeah.
played a format that was 20-20-20. Um,
And what's
so
that?
you could
I don't
have
remember that.
20 lands, 20 creatures, 20 non-creature spells were the building requirements.
Okay.
Um, so I was like, "Oh, I'm playing this. What was it called? I already forget.
Enchantment
Enchantment
Alteration?
Alteration." And I just played a deck with like control magics and spirit links, and
Oh.
because they everyone had to have creatures. I was like, oh,
Nobody
this makes
knows
it
what
easy.
Enchantment Alteration does.
I know. Never see it coming.
I still don't know what it does, but nobody's going to play around it. Um, Wait, so how did it do? It exceeded
I
expectations.
made the knockout.
Okay.
Enchantment Alteration was fine. It was more just good because I played a bunch of good enchant creatures, and I
You were
knew
just
that there
stealing
would always be
creatures, yeah.
targets. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like I couldn't play against a creature list deck where they were dead.
Yeah.
Um,
Land Equilibrium's number one. I think it's because there's a work being done on it, and a lot of people are
yeah,
like kind of toying around with it. And we went into that in the podcast a little bit. But other than that, I think it's an interesting list, and it's probably going to change. Spice is it's always in flux. So
I have a suspicion we might see a little juxtapose action coming soon.
yeah,
Juxtapose rise,
yeah. Juxtapose
and
probably is going to go
I
up.
think I think
Living
there's a
Plane's going
card.
down.
I think there's another card that goes with it that we can maybe that did not crack the 50, but maybe
Oh,
it will
I know exactly what you're talking
next month.
about. Yeah, yeah.
You'll have to check the list to find
Yo,
out
check. Yeah, yeah. Tune in for next. Tune in. I want to say tune in next month, but tune in the next few days.
next time.
I'm having the for next month's heat index, and we can debate whether or not it's justified or not. But I mean, you can debate all you want. The data is the data. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like
yeah. This is
you can't argue the numbers. Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about, or save it for next time? I guess.
yeah. We can save it for
I think
next
this is a
time.
good episode.
I feel good. Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to thank Ryan. Thanks a lot for coming in and filling in
Oh, thank you.
for Jared. I want to also quickly apologize to the listeners for the incredibly bad audio from last episode. Those last 8 minutes were atrocious, and I apologize for that. Usually we're on top of things, but I'm hoping
Andy,
this
if
short
they're listening to the
episode.
last 8 minutes of your podcast, they love you. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
what you do.
Well, some people actually were listening to the podcast and they were freaking out because it was something they thought something was wrong on their end. They were like, "What's going on? What's wrong with my headphones?" Or so. I think somebody was mid-flight, and then they thought just had a freak out.
They thought you were
Something was
sick,
wrong. When
and
you're
you,
listening to like on the plane and the attention all passengers.
yeah.
So, so yeah, I wanted to apologize for that. I think we got everything squared away. I think the audio is much better this time. So I guess we're gonna have to blame Jared. I don't know. It's got to be his fault. But what else is new?
Maybe I should listen.
So,
Maybe I should listen to the last episode.
yeah, just don't listen to the last 8 minutes. You should be
Okay.
fine. All right, guys.
I would never listen to the last 8 minutes of your podcast.
For anybody who's still listening to this, I apologize. I probably should have started with that, but okay. It is what it is. All right.
All right.
Another banger. See you later.
Thanks, Andy.